Welcome back, and in this episode we will talk about grain size. Same as last time, we have 3 brews. So we have our reference brew, which is the well-balanced brew ratio 1:17 that we have used in the previous episodes. That's this brew here, which have shown 1.35 TDS or strength and 21% of total extraction. So that's our reference brew, which is well balanced. In this episode we will talk about grain size, different grain sizes. So we have this reference brew. It's made on medium to coarse grain size. Then we have one on very fine grain size, and we have one on very coarse grain size, or coarser than the reference sample. There are a couple of differences that will happen. It will be slight changes in the results on the TDS and extraction. There are differences in the flavor profile. So our well-balanced brew, it has a medium sweetness, medium acidity, lower body a little bit, and it's a well pleasant aftertaste. So overall well-balanced coffee. Now when we take testing for our I did testings already to make this video a bit shorter. So this coffee already has a little bit darker color than this one, and I have used the same coffee, and recipes for all the coffees are same. So ratio is the same, 1:17 ratio. So same ratio I have applied in here and here, just this time I have changed grain size. So finer one, it's a little bit more darker in the color than the medium to coarse, and has a TDS of 1.44. 1.44, it's here. If we compare that with the ratio 1:17 ratio, which is this one line here, diagonal line, we pull it down and we cross the lines here. So this is our coffee here, and our extraction is in 22.4. So our reference brew has an extraction of 21, and then we have a brew with the same ratio but finer grain size, which is get a little bit stronger coffee, 1.44 TDS, which is stronger, and get over extracted with 22.4. So we are in this over extracted field. If our TDS went a little bit higher, we could go on strong and over extracted. So in this case, our strength this time is in the standard. It's in the recommended specialty coffee range between 1.15 and 1.45. Our brew is 1.44, so we are in the range, but we are a little bit over extracted. As well, brewing time for this coffee, it's 4 minutes. 4 minutes, 1 second, something like that. And brewing time for our reference brew was 3 minutes and 5 seconds. So with a finer grain size, we are increasing as well contact time with water and brewing time, and longer contact time with water is giving us higher extraction, which in this case leads to over extracted coffee. Flavor profile of this coffee is that it's significantly more bitter than the reference one, has a stronger body, stronger taste profile overall, and a little bit increased bitterness. There is still the medium of sweetness, but it's increased in bitterness and a bit sharper. That's when it comes to our fine grain size. When it comes to our coarse grain size, we have again the same ratio, 1:17, so 18 grams of coffee, 306 grams of water for all 3 brews. This one, it's a bit lighter in the color, lighter than reference, and lighter definitely in the color than brew with the fine grain size. Strength of our coarse grain size is 1:16. 1:16 is here. Again, we are in the range of specialty coffee when it comes to TDS. We almost went under and become weak, but this also, it's a borderline and can be considered as a very, very light coffee. When we cross the lines 1.16 with 1 to 17 ratio, which is this diagonal line, we are here. It's 18.2. We are on the borderline, and with the TDS and with the extraction here. So this is our coarse grind size. It's between maybe 18.1, between 18.1 and 18.2. So it's almost under extracted and almost weak. Brewing time of this coffee, it's 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And the flavor profile is very light in the body and in the strength, zero aftertaste, and very low in sweetness, in acidity. It can be called literally very, very watery because it's very light flavor and very light flavor profile and overall feeling of the coffee. So those are our 3 brews. When it comes to the grind sizes, as you can see, we are holding the same line of the ratio because all 3 coffees are the same ratio. Just one reference brew is properly extracted. Fine grind size usually leads to over extracted, and coarse grind size is usually, this one is still in the good range, but usually coarse grind size is usually it's leading to either under extracted or weak and under extracted coffee. Flavor profiles as well are different. Finer grind size, it's increasing the bitterness, and coarser grind size, it's increasing acidity. That's it when it comes to our 3 brews from the 3 different grind sizes. And now we will discuss about a couple of other brewing elements, just to clarify how they are contribute to our when we apply them on brewing. See you in the next episode.